Good morning, everyone. This is my morning brief this morning. Some things I'm looking at here. Start with ES futures here. So ultimately, I think the goal is to, at this point in time, is to target 3,600 for the down move. Uh, Basically, we get a trend line right here. If you look real quick here, we back tested it. So early this morning, we have looked below that trend line. I do not personally think this is a supported area because we are below beyond the 78.6 and we have not finished the measured move using my fibs. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But this is a logical. So initially, this morning, they are trying to support this area. Okay, so I had this measured move target. I put this on last week, 3730 area. So that is our next major area to keep on focus this week. Okay. Some major things to point out here. Breaking the 3,900 is a major psychological event. So basically, the 3,900 is the inauguration day for Biden into office, into political office. So basically, a lot of traders are throwing in the towel uh, because we lost all the Biden gains since he's been elected. Okay, so we now you have to, and then we had the Nasdaq fighting the election day. Okay, and it's given that up as of yesterday. So election day, the day after election day, Nasdaq gave that up yesterday. So now we're going to see the ES futures looking for 3,400 going into the midterm elections, which I had been talking about uh, for quite some time now. So 3,400 is the election day for uh, uh, so basically, that's a main target going into the midterms, 3,400 potentially to the downside. Okay. Some other things I'm looking at here. Everything's looking bad, so just keep it as simple as I can here. Let me zoom. Okay, this is your ES futures. Okay, and I got to zoom this real quick here. Wait on a second. Here, that'll work. Okay, cool. So basically, uh, we're at the 23.6 of this measured move right here, and we broke down to the 23.6, like I said, and we have a trend line. You can draw a trend line right through here. We're back testing that trend line as we speak. I don't really think we are supported here personally. So I do think we're going to go lower. Some main takeaways: the bull count right here. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we come down here to, like I said, just back testing that trend line, which could be a bounce point. You never know. Uh, we have to take out this low right here, the 37.28, to invalidate the bull count. Okay, so technically we can make the case for still a bull count. Uh, you know, uh, so but no, correction, no, no, it's two here. Yeah, once we took that out, the bull count no longer counts. I'm sorry, I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once we took the 2 out right here, the bull count no longer counts. So I have to remember these now. Now the bear count: 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5. We're in an elongated 5 wave lower. Okay. What you can do here is put, since this here is your 2 wave, extend down to the bottom of that to the highs of that. Okay, so that's your 100%. We gave that up to the downside. Now you want to be targeting your 61.8. That's 36.60. Okay, and then 100% move here. That puts us down to the 35.40 area. Okay, so still pointing towards that 3,600 level, even on that measured move right there. Okay, so I apologize about but the bull count no longer applies. Okay, we are in that bear count right now. So a lot of things point towards that 3,600, in my opinion. So just keep that in the back of your mind in your trading. Okay, to continue through with my video here. So basically, I was driving at the time, so I couldn't trade this yesterday afternoon. So basically, the moment we came up to the top of my black hole of pain, this is my using my fib arcs. So the moment we came up to that and tagged it, it got rejected after FOMC. So that was an amazing short if anybody managed to take that. I think this is our primary theme. This is basically the same type of pattern we had when CPI came out. Price went to the top of the black hole area, and the news came out, and boom, it just cratered all the way to the bottom of that same zone. So the big point that the S&P's lost 100 points on CPI, if you just had your Fib arcs on there, you would have realized, that was not a outside event. Okay, it was the technicals were there set up for it, just like this move that we had yesterday afternoon and overnight. This is a similar situation. The technical pattern does suggest that. Now, last time what happened was we came into the very next day down here near the lows, okay, and just continued lower the entire rest of the day. And so I do think, like on the NQs right here. So basically, at 11,500 is an even psychological number. So I think we might have some trouble getting through that today, barring some sort of outside event. Okay, and ultimately, I think this could be a supported area, the 11,500 area. So let's keep an eye on that. But these longer term fib arcs seem to be very supportive, seem to be supported as best they can. But ultimately, like I said, tech looks like it's going to take out the June lows, and so we want to be looking down here sometime, probably, hopefully, possibly next week. So you're looking at 11,000, 10,900 area, possibly sometime next week if things continue the way they're going, the way they look. So. Just a few things I want to share with you guys. Please like my video if you get a chance. You can leave messages on YouTube or in the chat rooms. I appreciate everybody taking the time out to watch my video, and I hope you're making it. I've been on a roll. I've been having pretty good days, keeping my losses managed, and locking in some decent profits. I'm just really upset that I wasn't around to trade that close. There were some options. If you would have at the highs up here, if you would have targeted day lows at that time with some SPX lottos, you could have had strikes above the day lows. They made 30% return. Uh, there was a 30% return, even if you would have bought inside the day range, but still at the lows, you had a 30 times your money on some of those SPX lottos yesterday. I'm just so upset I wasn't around to capitalize on that. But yeah, you could have got those SPX lottos for 10 cents a contract. Not putting a lot of money at risk there for a chance for us to take out the day lows, which we did. And so it was, you would have been buying, almost, just slightly over half of yesterday's trading range at the time. And um, so quite upsetting that I wasn't around to make those trades. So, please, like I said, like my videos.